Guys, here we are in the middle of nowhere. I think we're in Indiana. I don't even know. Look at the TRX pulling the Belvedere, the built Belvy. So I'm not going to go into details on this video, but there's going to be details coming shortly. All right, guys, listen up. Finally getting back into the videos. I know I've neglected you. I'm so sorry. Had some health issues, pretty serious ones, but I'm back. I've worked through it and gonna keep delivering for you. So before we get back to the Nova, I want to give you an update on something really cool. I decided to buy another car. Yes, my wife is so happy about it. And this time it is the mighty 1967 Plymouth Belvedere. Now, I found this car online, and yep, it's a little rough. See the rust? Quarter panel, they all have it. A little bit of bubbling above the wheel well. But this car runs and drives awesome. Yes, it needs a little TLC, and I've already started to give it to it. But check out the interior. Definitely not perfect, but original. And what I like about this car is that everything is super solid on it. A lot is original. And it's kind of like this, what they used to call like the super stock, super street kind of cars, because there's no cage. There's no big elements that lead you to believe it's fast, except for the monster tack on the dash. And everything looks fairly stock, right? Fairly stock. And I kind of like, this is the first classic car I've ever owned that's a little rough around the edges. I kind of call it a rough and tumble driver, where the paint is not great. Whoever painted it probably might have been in high school. We've got an area here on the trunk lid that, you know, obviously wasn't even prepped properly or something. You know, we've got some other areas. This side of the car is really straight, which is nice. But when I got it, it had wore out, dry rotted Hoosiers on it. You know, we've got the nice new Mickey T 275 drag radials. Pop the hood open on this bad boy. We got the skinnies up front, Mickey Thompson's also, original Kragers. And what we've got is the 383 big block, which, you know, when you hear the cubic inch 383 in your mind, and if you're a motor guy, you think small block, you think stroker, you think that along those lines. This is a big block. And the guy has kept it stock looking. But if you'll notice, we've got upgraded ignition components, such as the MSD 7AL system under the dash, the Mallory distributor, the big wires, pop the oil cap. Look at what's in there. Look at that little trinket. You know what that is. And inside, I'm told, and I have no reason to believe this gentleman lied to me after everything he's told me, there are forged 11-to-1 super lightweight pistons. We've got the upgraded Denso charging system, the big old copper radiator, which is so cool because all of us are used to seeing aluminum. This is the copper, boys. And big 750 dual feed on there. And he still has a mechanical fan. The transmission is a 727 with cheetah valve body, hardened input and output shafts, number of other little tricks. And it's still column shift with the reverse manual valve body. Oh my God, it's so much fun to drive. In the back, we got the Dana axle with the pinion scrubber that's adjustable. Still leaf spring. And the frame is tied. We got some subframe connectors on it. So all in all, oh, and by the way, in the trunk, I'm not going to pop it. I guess I could. Let me pop it just to show you guys. We've got the fuel cell with the Barry Grant pump and filter setup and battery and trunk. So, as you can see, not a show car. not a show car, not the nicest car. I'm not bragging about it at all. You guys can pick it apart all you want. I really don't care. But I'll drive it in the rain. I'll let it sit and get rained on. I'll set a beer on it while I'm drinking it. You know, I let my kids get in and out of it and carry whatever they want on them. I really don't care. And also, I did upgrade the, you know, to the LED lights up front. I pulled the, you know, the stock sealed beam halogens out of there. I fixed the turn signal switch. Everything is running and working on this car. All running gear, except for windshield wipers. That's it. I got to put them back on, and I got to put a wiper motor in it. All the controls are still in there. The transmission, wiper transmission, and everything. So, and I added seat belts. I added seat belts to the car. All right. So, you know, again, this is a driver, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that I can drive this car, and I don't have to worry a ton about it. I'm not beating it. I'm not destroying it. I'm keeping it nice. I'm wiping it down, but I drive it, and it's a riot. And I'm really starting to kind of like this side of things after owning cars for years that were basically trailer queens and that type of thing. Now, as I was working on the car, I always like to show you guys little trinkets and things that I find in these cars, right? From 1967, for example. So I kept these things to show you guys. First thing is, under the carpet, I found this pretty nice screwdriver, all right? Nothing crazy, but, you know, something. In the HVAC system, I found this angel. Maybe you guys can comment and tell me if I should keep this in the car. Maybe make a key ring out of it. What do you think? I also found this female watch, or child's watch, with a little charm. There's some other parts here. I found a carburetor jet in the car. And probably the biggest thing that I found, there's some other odds and ends here, but the biggest thing that I found that you're probably gonna love, and I'm gonna have to set my phone down to show this to you, is it's a drug rehab thing. It talks about, allow me to introduce myself. Dr. Strange is the name. Dealing is my game. Throughout my career, I've dealt 5,000 hits of acid. I don't know if you can see that. And 5 ounces and countless quarters and grams of tea. Easily 5,000 preludins. I've heard of quaaludes. I don't know what that is. 1/2 pound brick of opium, ounces of crank. So overdosed twice, and it goes on to talk about why you shouldn't do drugs, I guess. I'm sorry for my sins, help me live, and for help you can call the Teen Challenge hotline. So from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So anyway, guys, listen. The whole moral of the story is this little girl right here, the Nova, it's probably upset with me because I've been spending some time with this car. And I am going to give you guys a full update on the Nova. There's a lot going on. And I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to mix the videos. But this little Belvedere, I'll try to insert some other videos in here of a little peel out action with the old tires. With these new tires, even with the line lock, it just pushes those front skinnies. This car hooks so good. And I'm gonna probably bring it to the track. I think it's a 12-second car, probably a high 12. It launches really hard, pulls really good, and it runs just really clean for an old car with a carbureted engine. It really does run good. So we'll get you some more updates on it. But if you have questions on the Belvedere, you want to learn more about it, this particular body was only built for a couple of years, so it is kind of rare. A lot of people, it reminds them of the GTX, but it's not a GTX. It's a Plymouth Belvedere. So it's awesome. And I'm glad to be back on the channel with you guys and telling more stories, and I'll have a lot more to come. So hang in there. I'll see you. Bye.